family, I love you. I'm glad to be with you, although I will admit I have a very heavy heart as I'm making this announcement. The past 48 hours have been a grievous 48 hours, and I'm speaking here of everything that's gone on with George Floyd and his family and the city of Minneapolis. I think even as I'm recording this right now, there's significant protesting happening in Minneapolis and some other places. Millions of people are hurting, angry, tired. A lot of you are hurting and angry and tired. I've spoken to a few of you. I've seen some of your posts on social media. It's fair to ask in a time like this, hey, what are you doing? What is the church doing about all of this? I can speak for myself as a pastor and as a Christian. My impulse in circumstances like this is first to listen. So it's to get in touch with colleagues that I think are particularly affected and hurting and angry and tired, and just listen to them. And so I was doing that some on the phone yesterday and then again today. So I want to listen, and then I want to reevaluate. I want to talk with colleagues and friends and say, hey, this is kind of how I've been engaging with issues of race and culture in the past few years. What do you think about this? Do I press on in a similar fashion? Do adjustments need to be made in light of what's gone on the past couple of days, the past few weeks? So that's kind of where I am right now, doing a lot of listening, and then I'll do what I can to share with you, church family, as far as where I feel the Lord is calling me and then our church. I did mention a couple weeks ago that I would highly recommend reading about the Great Migration. It's not the only thing you should be reading about and doing, but it is helpful. I mentioned this book, The Warmth of Other Suns. There's already been at least a couple people in our church that have expressed interest in reading that and talking about it more, and so I'm glad for that. I'm looking forward to having those conversations, but I just want to let you know that I love you, church, and I'm listening, and I'm reevaluating, and we'll see where the Lord directs us in the coming days and in the coming weeks. I have some other updates and announcements. Our health team is in the final stages of putting together a plan for kind of the re-socialization of our church, and then the elders will look at it on Monday and kind of make some final decisions. And so probably Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll have a more clear roadmap of how our church is going to re-socialize and start to meet together again. Had a really great Zoom call with county and UF officials this past week. Myself and a bunch of other pastors in our community is great, and we're really thankful for them and all the work that they are doing. For now, we'll continue to do, as you desire, to do watch parties of 10 or less at your homes. Again, same policies, rules, I guess, as we talked about last week and as we put on Realm. So check those out again, follow those, and then we'll have more information for you early this coming week, so you can be looking out for that. And again, thank you to our health team. They're working really hard. Thank you to Ryan Harding, who's putting a lot of effort in to serve during this time. And then as far as serving our community, there's another food drive, this time on Saturday. They're usually on Friday morning. Saturday morning this time, show up 6:30, 7 a.m., work till usually 11 a.m. or so. Just go on out there, wear a mask. You don't necessarily even have to tell us that you're going. They'll need you. They'll put you to work. Alachua County Fairgrounds. Foster, Florida has a food drive as well on Saturday. If you have funds or supplies you want to send their way, let us know and we'll help you make the connection. And then finally, Created Gainesville is celebrating their 8th anniversary. We are one of their partners. I'm on their board. I Love New York Pizza is donating a percentage of all of their revenue to Created this coming week. So I believe June 1st through the 6th. If you go to I Love New York Pizza, a percentage of your meal, the revenue from your meal, will go to Created. So strongly encourage you to go eat there, and then some of the revenue will go to support Created. And praise God that they've been around now for 8 years, and then we're going to stay partners with them as long as the Lord sees fit and until the work is done. Finally, last week I mentioned that I was attempting to artificially bump up the likes on my announcement video. I needed 20 likes to do an Adele cover. I should have made that higher. I should have made it 30 or 40. Regrettably, I made it 20, and you delivered. You got 23 likes, and I am a man of my word, and so I present to you exactly what I promised. Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. They say that time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done, but when I call you, never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter, it clearly doesn't tear you apart.